Howdy howdy, I am Clamhammer. Welcome to my first video. Pretty much what I'm going to be doing is showing a tour of what I have built on a good friend of mine's server, Trader Joe's. Definitely worth a check out. Check him out on Twitch TV. He is a streamer, he does Minecraft, does a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and he's got this server that we play on, and I've done a lot of things on here, and just thought I'd show you what's going on. You can see right here over my shoulder, there's a dragon head that I built. You can see my area out over my other shoulder, which we'll be taking a look at here shortly. But let's get this started. So, like I said, I built this dragon's head. Oh, Traitor was having some issues in the end, and he wasn't wanting to do some end busting, so I decided to go ahead and go do it for him. And had a good time with it. Brought him back some gifts, which they're still in there. I'm not sure if he's having trouble getting in there or not. This is our spawn area. This is mainly Trader and Greg's area here. I've only built that, which we'll take a look at. And I guess I've worked on this over here too, but we got Joe's Arena, which is looking good. I'm kind of interested to use it, but scared at the same time. It just doesn't look healthy. But let's head on over this way first. So this was a bored evening. I started building this. I call it Waterworld. It's kind of like the old Kevin Costner film. Got just a couple little huts and going on around here. And started out with the tower, which you can go up into. It's got some lighting in there. Got a gel over here, and seems like everyone's being good so far, so we haven't had to use any of this up. One little interesting thing about this is when you fly by, you get close enough to it, you'll realize that there is an occupant just sitting there on the balcony. And let's see, let's go over here to this side. So when I joined the server, some of this was already built. Trader had already built this mob farm, and it was efficient. Still is efficient. But all I did is I came in and I put the magma in and made the drop chamber here, and you can hear the minecart rolling around in there right now. But minecart sits here and it collects up the drops. Still dropping. And then they'll drop and then go through, and just got a simple sorting system set up here, and they run through. It's pretty much the go-to for any mob drops, except for witches. We don't get very many witches up there, but every once in a while they come through. Everything else is just dropped right inside of here. And then after that, that's pretty much it for over here that I've messed with. I got my tunnel. Check it out. So there's days I don't feel like flying, or I've run out of rockets, especially if I come back from the nether. But I built this tunnel. So like I said, that's my area right there. This is my soul tunnel. Hop in here, get your soul boost, get yourself moving. I'll meet you over there at the base. Alright, so we're actually over here at my base right now, and I chose to build in the Badlands. So Badlands I like because they are interesting to see. There's a lot to look around, but there's one problem. There is no trees. So I had to do some traveling. I had a little tree farm set up back here in this area right here, where I was growing spruce. And I started building with spruce. But then I got to looking. Go a little storyline. Where'd all the spruce come from? So I went ahead and decided this was my story. There's a dock. On this dock, we receive shipments of spruce. They're offloaded with the crane. Once they're offloaded, you got to pay for them. So ores are then shipped out. We've got gold, we've got iron, we've got emeralds. They go back to the spruce farms. Once the trees are offloaded, they go through the sawmill, they get milled down into planks. there's our building materials. This was my little dock. Over here is where the ores come from. They come up out of the deep dark mines, come up as ores, and then they get turned into good metals. Ship them out. That's how we get it in there. Then we come back, we've got our sugarcane farm with our in-house security system. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Got random building. The most high-tech cactus farm you can build. I love my redstone. I'm sure you could see it working right here. It's amazing. And this was game changer for us. So this is my villager hall. Not 100% full yet. I've got plenty of room for expansion to include the second story. I've got mainly librarians and farmers in here. These farmers, these are what we use, well I use to get my food. I also trade a lot of my other excess materials to them, and that's how I get my emeralds. Then with my emeralds, I can come through and get books. Mending for 1 emerald, 1 book. To get these down to that level, I had to build a little place to basically scare the villagers into giving me a good deal. And that was this. I've got my villager farm down here, which I still have a few, we'll call them candidates. I can bring them up here and I can turn them into these guys with the help of old Bobby Bob here. And it goes through and I can splash them and get their prices to where I want them. And then I can transport them up top and store them in their forever homes. Yeah, much better than saying a cell. This was an old smelter I had. It was 32, ran off of bamboo. It worked. I mean, it wasn't the most efficient, but it worked. I've got something better. I'll show you a little bit later. See, over here, this is my watermelon farm. It works pretty well. I need to actually do some rearranging and give me some emeralds out of that. And this is my iron farm. I've got it shut off at the moment because working on building a little building around it. I'm trying to do a thing on this area to where I'm trying to hide my redstone, which, yeah, I know. But I'm going to try to hide my redstone, and I think I'm going to go with the city scene because I've kind of got like a little town going here. Next up, we'll take a look at that building. This is the big building on the site. I'm actually quite proud of it. This is nothing but my storage facility. Got an auto sorter built in here. Got the the mess out here that I need to take care of. But I can put items in there. My iron farm feeds into it, or this line up here comes from the mine. If it needs to, I can feed it into there. But it takes it up, drops it down, and then on the back side up here, it is the sorting system. It's an automatic sorting system. Items will come down, go through. I can sort out everything that I pretty much need for the most part, to include my iron. I'm pretty good on iron and poppies. And it comes on down here. This is a lot of my nether stuff, farm stuff. And then this is the catch-all area. Everything that don't get sorted through just ends up dropping into these, and every once in a while I go through and pull out what I need. It's got a nice upstairs. Gives you a good view of what's going on. Really, this is just a way to cover up my sorting. Then you see the beacons. You look down, they go down ways. They're down there a good bit. And that's what this tunnel goes through. This is where I make my concrete powder into concrete. It's just a simple hold both mouse down. Come down this way. Got a water column. Drops it down. And this is where my beacon lives. This also kind of serves as a slime farm. That's one thing I have not set up yet, but this works out really well. I can get quite a few slime balls off of that. This is the in feed for my smelter, which you can kind of see it back there. We'll go back there and take a look. This is my out feed with a bunch of randomness just hiding in there right now. But this is a bamboo powered super smelter. 64 furnaces, all set up in an array. Automatic pickup, automatic drop, automatic fuel, which is what this is doing right there. That's the fuel line. They're all full, so it's just going to sit there and run circles. It comes back up into this, into here, which is just an auto loader for a minecart, and runs off bamboo. Bamboo actually comes from here, comes across, comes down this path right here, which comes from the bamboo farm. If anybody has seen Tango Tech's lossless sugarcane farm, that's what this is. But I've modified it to work with bamboo, and it works really well. All I pretty much did is just move the observer up, I think it was one spot, and it does great. You can see I've got three across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So essentially I've got 18 farms there going of it. This is my only wheat farm, wheat potato farm. I guess I can do carrots in here too. I'm not sure where these came from, but I can do carrots in here too if I wanted. But the only reason I have the wheat is so that I could feed my cows over here. This is just your standard, hit the water, they pop up, you feed them, makes the babies. Babies grow up. Once they get more than the one block, like these are back here, I can turn on the lava, cook them up. Got a rail or a minecart that picks up underneath, drops all the goodness off there. Up here, this is my sheep shearing farm, my wool farm. I've got white across the bottom, red across the top. Same thing, picks it up, brings it down, drops it off. Works out pretty well. I need to clean that out so I can get some good volume going. And that's pretty much what I got here. The actual mine, my mine is over there, but we can go over there and check that out here in a bit. I'll see you up top. Here would be my mining area. It's nothing crazy, nothing special, but once again, works pretty good as a slime farm. If it wasn't for this area, I would have a really hard time making sticky pistons and all that fun. Which, the way I like to use redstone, it would make my life a little bit more difficult. And just to give you an idea where we are, this is actually the system that I could throw stuff in here and it would end up in the storage system. And if we go this way, this is actually where my storage unit or storage area is. So where I had the smelter, the super smelter, is right here, and here we are. We're right back here. For the longest time, we didn't have any XP farms, so that's going to be our next stop. We'll be headed over to the first XP farm that I built on the server. So living in the Badlands, as most people know, mine shafts are right on the surface. And I found this one right behind my base. And I came into it, and I found two glorious things. It's really close to each other. Cave spiders. Zombies. So, in the beginning, this was my XP farm. I could come to right about here, AFK, and I could get both of these spawners working. Zombies shoot up, they drop down, spiders feed in right below me. It takes a little bit to prime the zombies because they got to kind of push themselves around. But I was able to sit here, kill my zombies, get my XP. The loots fell down into here for spiders. Let them build up a little bit, and I could step in here, do a little slashy, and there's our drops. It was very good early game. I don't come over here much anymore. Rarely do I come over here, but this is what it was, and the best thing about it is it was really close. So coming out the door here, if I could learn to fly. Here's my area. And this gives you a good idea just how big that storage area is. It's a good sized building. Next big project that I worked on was in the Nether. So let's head that way. So to begin with our Nether, it was just like any other Nether. You went through the portal, you ended up down below. Well, I did some research and I found out how to break the bedrock. So here we are. So to begin with, none of this was here. The first thing that was built was this up here. This was magma farm. None of these designs are mine for these farms. They were just stuff I found on YouTube. But it's real simple. Magmas, well, when you're not up here, they're attracted to the golem. And when they do, they would fall down. If I don't die to them. But they fall down there, you stand there, and wacky. And you would end up getting all of the magma balls that you need. And magma cream. The reason we had this was 1 for XP, 2 so that we can get the magma. Because one of the things I needed the magma for was to build the gold farm. So this is the gold farm. As you can see, they're not happy with me. But they come dropping in. It's your typical entity cramming. So there's, was it 24, I believe 23 minecarts stacked up. Wow, they are loud. Let's turn those down. But they stack up, they fall in, well, when you're in the right place, which is underneath this block. They fall in, and you get to collect the gold, you collect the XP. This is the go-to, for me anyway, the go-to farm. It works great. You get all the XP you'd want off of it, and the gold. With piglin trading, gold is necessary. And I had a small farm set up down in the Nether, but then I decided I wanted more. So that's when I built this. And once I got all these guys going trading, man, they dropped a lot of good stuff, including blackstone, hence all the blackstone. And I built this haul out. I've got plans to go ahead and build tunnels like this one, which I'm not going to take you down there. There's works in progress that you'll see later on down here. But as of now, this is what I got. It's a fun server. We try to get guys on here more and more. Hopefully one of these days I can get all the guys on and we can do something, a project together. But as of now, this is what we've got built. It's a nice server. It's a good time. We like to play. It works out. So, at this point, I'm going to say bye. I'm Clamhammer and I'm out. Please subscribe, come back, check us out later, see what we're doing next time. We'll see you.